How you doing, Day One? My name is Heathen Hurdle.
Nice to meet you, Heathen. My name is Day One Gab.
Yes, sir. Coach Curry told me you were coming to see me. Would you like some water just to start off?
No, thank you, but thank you for offering.
No problem at all. I want you to know in this space you can be comfortable.
Okay.
I want you to also know that anything you do say in here will be completely confidential.
All right.
As that we are trying to help you and we're trying to build you in a way that that you are okay.
Okay.
And because we care about your well-being, correct?
Yep.
So therefore, we want to be able to trust each other.
Sure.
So we can just start off by telling me why you're here today.
Definitely what brought me in. Recently for the last 2-3 weeks, I've been noticing like my health has been going down, as in not wanting to be around people. I kind of get like a fog, and I kind of just get the inkling to lay in bed. It kind of takes a lot of energy for me just to go get something to eat, and at that point, it's not my usual diet. I definitely noticed I lost a lot of weight. I just felt like when I am doing my tasks, I should be doing like school and football. It's just a chore. I don't have any enjoyment really anymore. I don't know what's going on, but I know talking with my mom a little bit, I didn't tell her what's everything going on just because, I'm just a little nervous. I never had this happen before.
Right.
But my mom did say that she does suffer from depression, and her mother did. So I don't think I should have these emotions because, I don't know. Maybe it was the way I was raised, but men aren't supposed to, have these type of emotions and be emotion. They're supposed to be emotionless. So I'm just kind of conflicting. So I'm just trying to get any help needed or any guidance that would help.
Okay. So when did you start feeling like this?
Honestly, I started those 2 or 3 weeks, but I haven't been like going out really with my friends. It kind of started. It didn't happen all at once. It happened in like segments. Like probably 2-3 months ago, I started like noticing my eating was kind of changing.
Right.
I noticed like just the thoughts to like stay inside. It wasn't anything crazy. Like I never thought about killing myself or anything like that. But I definitely like felt like I rather, if I had a choice to be around people or not be around people, like I would like choose not to be. And I know that's not myself. I was like, I'm supposed to be outgoing,
Right.
and right now I just feel like I'm not.
So you said that you've been pretty much struggling. Isolation has been, your favorite thing to do. So
Yeah.
as it seems. And you also said that your mother sometimes suffers from depression.
Yeah.
Is this kind of the first time you've been dealing with this before? I know
No,
you say you were scared.
Yeah, I was scared to bring it back up because I did deal with my past. Obviously, I didn't really see anybody, but this is the first time I've actually reached out and tried to talk to somebody because like I kind of had periods in my past with it.
Right.
I don't know if it was like school related or something happened, but I know I did feel this part. I try to like tell myself it's just a phase, get out of it, but I seen it's like repetitive at this point.
So you try to motivate yourself a little bit, but sometimes it can't subside.
Yeah, exactly.
So what has been, what has gotten you out of these funks when you've been in them?
Definitely like friends just kind of having that pat on the back. They never said like they want to come on, snap out of it. They were always like, always that presence, and I think that's super key. I don't think it's been anything like, oh, this is the thing that helped me the most. But it's always like, I don't know, something that made me, okay, I need to get back to it, or my grades falling or something. But now I'm at the point where I'm just like, forget it. Like, what's the point?
And sometimes in life, times do get hard.
Yeah.
But we never want to say just forget it, right? Even though we may feel like that, sometimes it's just, those emotions, that we have to work through. Because obviously, you say you have been in this funk before, but you've gotten out through the help of your friends or maybe just even self-motivation.
Yeah.
But sometimes we do need to be aware. And do you ever feel like, you're just sweeping your emotions under the rug?
Yeah, in the past, I definitely feel like I've done that a little bit.
Just letting them build up?
Yeah, probably build up. But obviously, I just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of hard because I never really just thought about, talking with my emotions and bringing it out the light. I kind of obviously just tucked it down like you said, but now it's kind of come to light. It's probably obvious that's not the best because then at least it's something like this, but I don't even know how to cope with it at this point.
And are you the only man in your family right now?
Yeah.
Okay. And, coming as a man myself, we do grow up with these stigmas of, men have to be strong.
Yeah.
Men have to be like, barbaric. And I think sometimes that makes us scale back a little bit into trying to express ourselves, and try to express our feelings. And sometimes that can really hinder us, like this situation right here, because we feel as if that we have to be this alpha male all of the time. And then, especially when you say, you're the only male, that's a lot of responsibility. So sometimes you put all that pressure on yourself and, just sweeping it under the rug, it only only gives it so much ammunition before it explodes.
That's true.
And things like this, we have to try, to express ourselves. But when we don't have that person in our lives, or when we're the only person, it's kind of hard for us to lean on somebody else or express those feelings.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is understand that just because you're a male does not mean that you can't express yourself.
Okay.
Just because you're a male does not mean you can't really get in tune with your feelings and have that certain presence. Like, hey, I may not be feeling good right now, my mental state is not the best, but I do need to express that in some way. Do you have anybody that you can talk to and confide in?
At the moment, I have my girlfriend, but I feel like I shouldn't kind of put this stress on her plate, because she's dealing with some stuff, like her own stressors. She's on her little, she's going through her mental health stuff with nursing, trying to get into nursing and stuff like that. So sometimes I feel like I just don't need to bother her with what I have going on, even though obviously she would be like, if she found out, she'd be like, why didn't I tell her? But obviously she's biased. She's a biased person. She of course she wants me to tell her stuff and what's bothering me, but my stressors become her stressors, and I don't want that to be the case. So that's why I kind of felt like maybe a social worker would be the answer, someone to work through and look at the bigger picture, because I felt like that would be my go-to. But any person I would think of, I feel like I'd be burdening them, which is how I don't want to do.
Yeah, and obviously that's why you're here today.
Yeah.
And if I may, I would love to make a suggestion.
Okay, go ahead.
Obviously we want to work to get you out of this funk. We want to work so we can get you back on a healthy path for your well-being. And I think, since you have football, you have classes, you have your girlfriend, and you also have a social life, that's a lot for you to handle. It's a lot on your plate. And that's when, sectioning off things, or, trying to attack things day by day comes into play. I think even if it's just a suggestion, what do you think about being in a man's group?
I think that would benefit a lot. Just kind of the upfront. I don't know the details, but I'm not gonna deny anything that you feel like would be that would help my case. I'm open and willing to try anything.
Well, I just recommended a man's group because that way you can get around men that are similar to yourself, bright young men that have a lot going on, and sometimes they just need an outlet. Obviously we want to be able to work up into that. I don't want to just put you in a group, but I think things of that nature, like these social groups and just being around that atmosphere, it could allow you to open up a little bit. It could allow you to hear somebody else's story and to pretty much just say, hey, I'm like that guy, or even your story could help somebody, because they could probably not be able to express themselves, but in this setting it creates an environment to where you can go in there not knowing anybody and just being yourself and just telling how you feel. And that's the biggest goal that I want to set for us. Getting you in position to be where you're ready to go to a man's group and just share your story. Listen to somebody else's story. That way, when you embrace these things, they often help you, and they often help you get those things off your mind, off your chest, and that way you can, so to speak, breathe again. Because that's what we want to do. Ultimately, we want to be able to have a good, healthy well-being and a good, healthy mind, so we can think clearly and move along.
Honestly, I feel so great just to get this off my chest and just to really talk to you and just really be honest with you. I feel like the men's group would definitely help me out. Just up front thinking about that, just thinking about the comfort. It kind of is making me feel some type of emotion right now. Because, I've just saying it out loud, I've been dealing with this inside for a long time. And, I'm ready to get help. I'm ready to move past this stage of my life, and I'm ready to be empowered again.
Well, I think we've definitely took the initiative. I think we definitely set our goal, which is to ultimately get to that men's meeting, and to just really work through these problems. I think what we should do now is just try to take it day by day. Obviously, I think we could also do some type of meditation, just so you can, pretty much have something to where you have an outlet and just you're able to breathe and try to decompress. I think this has been a great session. I'm honestly glad that I'm getting to work with you because, obviously I want to see you grow and I want to see you do better and I want to see you feel better. So is there anything that you need from me?
No, I definitely look forward to next time I'm speaking. I appreciate you listening to me today.
Yes, sir. I just want to tell you that I can't wait for our next session, and I can't wait until we actually achieve these goals. So thank you, Day One, for coming in. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Yes, sir.
Have a good one.
You too.